Let me introduce you to John Blank, the only black Tudor that we have a verifiable image of. Unsurprisingly, very little is known about John's early life and how he came to be at the Tudor court. However, it is generally agreed amongst historians that John was from Africa, and given the fact that he first appears in the historical record in 1506, it is believed that he arrived in England in association with Catherine of Aragon in 1501. As we do know that her retinue included individuals from Africa, including a woman called Catalina de Montreal, who also brought minstrels and trumpeters with her, and given that John later became a trumpeter in the household of Henry VII, it is possible that he arrived in England as a trumpeter to Catherine of Aragon. John first appears in the historical record in November of 1507. We know that it is John because he is referred to as John Blank the Black Trumpeter, receiving a wage of 8 denarii per day. While John did receive a higher wage than other people in the crown service, he was paid significantly less than the other 7 royal trumpeters, and he is always referred to as the Black Trumpeter in the historical records. John's wages would have been supplemented by gifts for performing at events like the Twelfth Night. For example, on the 1st of January 1508, all of the trumpeters in the royal service shared a gift of £5, which in today's money is about £5,000. John would continue to serve as a royal trumpeter throughout the reign of King Henry VII and on into the reign of King Henry VIII. John was provided with black mourning cloth for the funeral of King Henry VII, as well as scarlet cloth for the coronation of King Henry VIII. In 1512, John successfully petitioned for a pay rise, meaning that his daily rate went from 8 pence to 16 pence, finally earning him the same amount as his colleagues. It is also widely believed that John was married in 1512, as he received a gift of cloth from King Henry VIII on the 14th of January as a wedding gift. As I said earlier, what makes John so special is that he's the first person of colour that we have a verifiable portrait of. We don't just have one, we have 2. John appears twice in a painted role, recording the processions for a tournament to celebrate the birth of the young Prince Henry, short-lived son of Catherine of Aragon and Henry VIII. John disappears from the royal record in 1512, which means he either left royal service or he unfortunately passed away. While we may not know what happened to John, there is an alternative origin story. There is evidence of a John Blank existing in 1488, a footman in the household of Henry VII. If the John Blank of 1488 is the same John Blank that appears in 1507, and that throws out the window everything we have previously assumed about John Blank and raises the question of what happened between 1488 and 1507. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time.